Hey guys, how you going? Welcome back to the Fox in the Woods. Today, I've got the hardest question any new four-wheel driver is going to ever receive. What do you reckon it is? What sort of car should I get? What sort of mods should I get? Those questions, maybe they're definitely top 5 questions that you're going to get asked. But the hardest question to answer is what sort of four-wheel driving do you do? Because that's really going to determine everything after that. You're already going to cut out most of it. So the hardest question, the reason it's the hardest question is that you're new. You're fucking new. How are you supposed to know exactly what you're going to get yourself into? God, I didn't. I still don't know half the time. I went on a little explore today. Now, I knew I would be safe by myself. I've learned enough stuff that I've put myself in bad situations and had to learn the lesson the hard way by going by myself before. So I have matured a little bit in that space where I'm not going to put the car necessarily through too much water, bog holes, that sort of stuff. Because early on I did really find myself in some prickly situations, but I didn't know what sort of four-wheel driving I was going to do. Today I'm out exploring by myself. Fire trails, I haven't needed four-wheel drive at all. Aired down just for comfort more so than anything else. But yeah, how are you supposed to answer that? So my first suggestion is you need to be careful, but ask your mates. What sort of four-wheel driving do you do? Who else do you go with? Where are you going to go? Can I tag along? It's probably the smartest option I reckon you should be doing. Tag along, borrow some gear for the first time or two, chip in some petrol money, and learn by going out and hanging with the others, seeing what sort of trails are local to you. These trails here, you just need a little bit of size in your tyres. That's about it for comfort, nothing else. Got to pass the Hyundai Elantra. If you're willing to go slow enough, you can come through here. It's not a problem. But Blue Mountains, proper four-wheel driving, that's a different story, you know. Well, you're going to need to get out to the Lost City. Is that where you're going to run? Or you're going to go out and follow the power lines, you know? Just be careful of the bog holes. Sometimes they're deeper than what you think. Yes, I've learnt that the hard way too. But I never really knew what I was going to get myself into. So this is my second four-wheel drive. My first was an Insta Navara. The problem with that thing, had a big ass on it and the suspension was flat. So I still have suspension issues even with the Raptor because they're so lightweight. They're great for day runs but not really for carrying any real weight for any length of time. So it's not the sort of car you would actually want to set up as a full-time tourer just because the weight in it, the suspension, forget the Fox suspension, you'd have to change that. You definitely can upgrade the springs, but it's not going to be as easy. That was never the sort of driving I was going to do, so I've managed to get away with it. It is still a little bit of an issue because I carry the weight, but not too bad. They're the questions that then lead on to, whether you should get an SUV, whether it's a ute, whether you want a hybrid, or maybe you should be going for a van instead and sleeping inside, you know. What sort of camping are you going to do? Are you going to be camping, or are you just going to be day tripping it? They're all sort of questions that drive from what sort of four-wheel driving do you do? So I haven't really settled on my answer yet. I still don't know. Normal? What the fuck's that too? I tell you, I've been out with some guys that do the rock crawling. Well, if you decide to do that, none of the cars would be any good for you. You need deep pockets, that's for sure. But, so I don't really know. That's definitely the hardest question though, because I still can't answer it myself. Second question have to be, what sort of car should you get? And then that opens a can of worms on who you talk to, because we got Jeep guys that will tell you the Jeep is the only answer. That's Tam. You got guys that'll tell you the Hilux, that's the only way to go. The Hilux, the Mighty Lux, that's Waterboy. You got Paulie who's sitting back, so that's cool. But and Jace, he's in the patrol. So, you know, pretty much all most cars covered there. I do feel that once you get into the 4-door utes, most of them are pretty similar. It comes back down to budget and comfort and those sort of things. Then I don't feel that going any particular brand is going to be any more beneficial. Maybe some, when you look back in a little bit of age, yeah, don't get me wrong, your Hilux has definitely got some resale value and that sort of stuff. You can pick up some that are already set up. Be careful of those. They've also been worked as well, you know what I mean? But they're all things you've got to take into account. Is that the forward driving you want to do? So, it's a tough question. It's all your mods. That all drives what sort of forward driving do you do? Rock climbing, sands, all that sort of stuff. Everything's a bit of a different setup. Definitely the point would be have your recovery gear. I haven't got a winch on mine yet, but it's definitely like I'm trying to sort that out, because that allows me to do stuff which I like to do, which is explore by myself. I may not use it, but at least then it makes me feel comfortable pushing out by myself, because I have learned the hard way that sometimes you break down, sometimes you put it into the water. But so that's due to come. Airing down gear, airing back up, those sort of things are pretty much all way more important than what sort of car you've got. You can do so much, it just makes the ride and the day so much more enjoyable. I aired down today, got some stuff to air myself back up, but you know, that's just for comfort. So, ooh. What sort of forward driving are you going to do? Still don't know. Either way, behave yourselves or at least don't get caught. See you next time.